This is Sayf al-Tamimi's version of the Apostle Paul's mission. After Jesus' assumption, the number of his followers rose to 700. Paul was the king of the Jews at the time and was also known as Abu Shaul. Christians were able to escape Paul's command that the Bani Israel, the sons of Israel, kill Jesus' followers. Paul warned the Jews that these Christians would secure the good graces of the enemies of the Jews and ultimately turn them against the Jews. Paul devised a plan with the Jews to dress as a Christian in order to infiltrate the Christian camp and accomplish his ploy. Paul was captured upon entering the camp and requested to be taken to the leaders of the Christians in order to present his proofs. He related a tale of conversion in which he encountered Jesus, who deprived him of his senses of sight and hearing, as well as the faculty of reason. When Jesus later restored these to him, he vowed to enter among the Christians and use his gifts to teach Jesus' followers the Torah. The credulous Christians were deceived by Paul's trick. Paul ordered that a house be built where he would worship while the Christians circumambulated the house. The Christians were apprehensive that he would see a fearful vision, so when he opened his door, they asked him what he had seen, and he related his vision to them. Paul had 3 visions. In the first, he was shown the sun, moon, stars, and constellations all coming from one place and proceeding to another. Upon relating the story, Christians recognized that their Qibla, direction of prayer, was now reoriented, presumably from Jerusalem to the east. Paul returned to his house where he remained enclosed for 2 days, provoking great anxiety among the Christians. When he opened the door, he relayed an opinion to them in the form of a riddle, saying, "If someone offers a gift to honor you and you return it, you grieve him. God has put all things in heaven and earth at your service, and he is the more deserving that his gift of honor be not returned to him." The Christians replied, "You have spoken aright." The effect of the second vision was to render all food, from the bedbug to the elephant, ceremonially pure, halal, given that it was all created by God. Paul again closes himself in for 3 days, much to the consternation of the Christians. The content of this vision is to forbid Christians to wage violence or seek revenge. Paul states, "I see that one should not be harmed or requited. For whoever exposes you to evil, do not retaliate against him. If he strikes your cheek, grant to him the other cheek. And if he takes some of your clothing, provide him with the remainder of it." The Christians accepted Paul's exhortation and forsook jihad. Paul now remains in his house for an even longer period, increasing the dismay of the Christians. Upon his exit, he stipulated that all leave him except 4 individuals, Yaqub, Nastur, Malkun, and a 4th person referred to as the believer. Paul then interrogates these 4 concerning whether a human being had ever created a being out of clay, to which they replied negatively. He questioned them if they knew of a human being who had healed the blind, the leper, and given life to the dead. Again they responded negatively. Paul then asks, "Have you known a human being that could inform people of what they eat and store in their homes?" Paul then claims that God Almighty manifested himself, Arabic, tajalla, and then was veiled, Arabic, ihtajaba. Some of them replied, "You have spoken correctly." The other said, "He is God, and Isa, Jesus, is his son." The other said, "No, but he, God, is 3rd of 3, Jesus a son, Ibn, and his father, Abuhu, and his mother, Ummuhu." The believer was angered and said, "May Allah curse you." The believer forsakes Paul, urging the others to do the same, but to no avail. The 4 disciples took a group of followers with them, but the believer garnered fewer followers than the others.